This map shows our playground for some part of the year, and then we go up into Canada to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. We came to Vicksburg for a couple of reasons. Firstly, our friends Stacey and Rhonda could meet us. Secondly, it's a town of significance in the American Civil War and I love my history. And third, we were on the east of the Mississippi River for the first time this trip, meaning we crossed what was the original frontier when America was opening up to the west. And finally we got to look around this beautiful town we didn't know. Tennessee is such a pretty state, from Nashville, with all the honky-tonk bars and people and tourists, up to the beautiful open farming. We stayed up near Davy Crockett National Park and wandered around the pretty town and also did a couple of lovely walks through this bushland.
Great Crystal Cave, Onyx Cave, Diamond Caverns. They have just discovered their very own cave. So since it is an early fall day, it's cooler in the mornings. So what they thought they saw smoke was actually that condensation, or in this case, the cave exhaling, blowing out some of that air. So what they saw was the heat differential coming out of that cave. Now, we will make our way up here to the cave in just a minute, but you'll notice it's not a natural entrance, okay? You'll actually see some formations on the side, okay? That's because they blew it out to make a man-made entrance. Okay?
In Kentucky, we visited Mammoth Caves National Park, met up with some friends and families at a place called the Land Between the Rivers, and then we saw some Amish buggies as they went down the road on Sunday to church. We met up with Ken and Terry again. We found coffee shops and beautiful homes. Some parts of this state were involved in the Underground Railway during the Civil War, and they used to smuggle the people from the south up to the free north.
Here we are at Woodhaven in Illinois. Very nice it is too. Look what I've got. Ah, where is it? There's me and my FedEx. We've got our plates. Leanne will do the honours. We're at this massive place. There's 40 miles of road, and there is a man with a leaf blower, but he's doing a lovely job. And there's 6,000 lots. That's right, 6,000. Right, our new numbers are TBS, The Burt Show.
Yes.
8712. Bill Reggio.
We haven't got a sticker. Oh yeah, we have.
And I got a sticker. That's hopefully they've paid the sales tax.
It was registered in March.
Registered in March.
It's registered from March. They posted it to us on the 15th of May.
March, April, May. They're all over it here.
What did we find in Indiana? Some friends, which have now become family, new towns, and our very first covered bridges. We had our very first frozen custard. Thank you, Keith and Linda, for your wonderful hospitality and showing us around. West Virginia to us is green mountains, winding roads, and a wonderful train ride that took us up to these beautiful waterfalls. This is the railway system in Washington. The underground is amazing. It works so easily to get you in where you need to be. We took the rooftop bus up and down town to have a look around, and then the next day we walked the length of the avenue from Capitol Hill down to the Lincoln Memorial. Had lunch with some friends and thoroughly enjoyed our visit to this beautiful city. We camped in Mitch and Michelle's driveway for a few nights. They took us up to Gettysburg on a self-drive tour. It was amazing to see where this war had taken place. I've heard so much about it. We hung out in their lovely new home and took care of some of their little baby kittens that they'd just adopted. We really enjoyed just hanging out and catching up with Mitch and Michelle. We only saw a tiny part of upstate New York. We really must revisit and see some more. This is just a short snapshot of the little visit we did have on our way to Connecticut. Thank you, Vicky and Steve, for a wonderful visit. We arrived in Connecticut to only be Facebook friends, and we feel like we've left as a family. You took us to the baseball, the 4th of July celebrations, and down to the wonderful town of Mystic. We thoroughly enjoyed the submarine station, and when you dropped us off at New London for a look around before our train to New York. What a wonderful area you live in. A big thank you to Steve and Robert for the maintenance they did on Tex, the motorhome. We got our new tyre installed, we got an extra battery, and the booster was hardwired to 12 volts so that we didn't have to keep plugging it into power. Thank you so much. New England, what can I say? This is the very old part of America. We visited Cape Cod, Boston, Martha's Vineyard and Provincetown and checked out the history, the seaside and of course the wonderful lobster rolls. The old town of Plymouth and the Mayflower too, including the Plymouth Rock, were amazing to see. I've seen them on TV, but it was nice to actually see them in person. We wandered around the pretty town of Plymouth, had a light lunch, and then wandered back to where we were camping. What can I say about Boston? It's history, history, history on every single corner. We followed the little red path that takes you through the history and thoroughly enjoyed every stop and station. Our feet were so sore by the time we finished wandering, we just had to go home and put them up. Kennebunkport, what a wonderful name. I've always wanted to go there. Our friends came up to Camden and met us there before we went on to Acacia National Park. In the national park, like Acacia, we organise a day tour so we can learn about the area and the history. The tour we got here was just amazing. These little cottages, as they call them, are magnificent big homes on the coastline. We were so surprised to be called a cottage.
At 65 miles an hour. House.
Hello Canada, we're here for a couple of weeks. We visit the Bay of Fundy, the biggest tides in the world, Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. We popped through Glasgow to see some friends and then back through New Brunswick area. It was a quick visit but so well worth the drive. The different regions are so culturally different as well as scenically different, so such a shame to miss any of them. While on Prince Edward Island, we stayed in the state parks as much as possible. Their pricing is excellent, $20 to $30 a night, and they're very tidy, clean and right on the water, just what we liked. We left the motorhome safe in Connecticut and took the train to New York City. What can one say about New York, New York? What an amazing city. We did a really good full day tour that oriented us around New York and the Manhattan Peninsula. We had a hotel that was 1 block from Times Square and 1 block from Hell's Kitchen at a perfect location. For $2.50 we caught the New York subway down to the World Trade Center and the memorial and the museum down there. Take a box of tissues. It's very heartfelt and very, very sad. Thank you for watching. Hope we will get more movies out very soon. Again, we've had a wonderful time in the US with friends who have become family. Upcoming videos to watch are Blue Ridge Parkway, Okefenokee Swamp and Summer Florida. Have a safe and fun New Year's in 2024. Please subscribe, like and share our videos with your family and friends. Until next time, take care.